Charles, at 2 o'clock, what was to happen now?
He was to pay for that high bidder. And at 2 o'clock, at 12:25, Mr. Kimbrough and his son and I walked back to my office, and I prepared the deed to the purchaser, the high bidder. And then at 2 o'clock, from my office in the Exchange Building, I could look down to Madison and Front. And that was the Union Planters Bank building, and they had a time and temper 2 o'clock there. So I could watch that. And it ticked 2 o'clock, and they didn't show up with the money. So I said, Kim, you've got it. So I called the secretary in. I changed the grantee on the deed, the trustee's deed, to Kim instead of to the other purchaser, and sent him off to the courthouse. And the lawyer anticipated that, called the registrar's office and says, you can't record that deed. It doesn't front on the street. I said, I got on the phone with the register, and I said, you better have your bond in shape because you're going to get sued if you don't record that trustee's deed. And they did. And at 2:13, Kim was already down at the court. At 2:13, the lawyer called me and said, say, what form do you want that payment in? I said, sorry, it's too late, after 2 o'clock. Oh. So about 2:30, here I looked out the outer office, and here was a crowd of people. There was all these, the purchaser and his lawyer and the others, and handed me a check, and I handed it back. I said, it's too late. And so they waited about 6 months to file suit. And finally they filed suit, and Ceylon Frazier, and he held with us, and they appealed to the Supreme Court
of Tennessee.
And the Supreme Court decided, and then they filed a motion to rehear. And they said again, no, that he did right. Mm-hmm. And so that I think is a landmark case.
Did John Martin get over that? He was the other lawyer, I
wasn't going to mention who it was.
But. Well, he's deceased now.
Okay.
Charles, you have been awarded the Judge Jerome Turner's Lawyer's Lawyer Award by the Memphis Bar Association in December of '04, I believe.
Yeah.
Why is this award important to you?
Well, I think just that term, lawyer's lawyer. I just think that the lawyer, whether it's right or wrong, they have picked a lawyer that they think is a lawyer's lawyer. There's just a phrase, that lawyer's lawyer. They just added the Turner name to it recently, the last few years, but it's always been the lawyer's lawyer award, and I just think that is the top award of that profession.
You've been awarded the Community Service Award by the Memphis Rotary Club.
Yeah.
Why is this important?
Well, community service, that has been my feeling. Community service. There's one other one there that you may be looking at, and that's the NCCJ Humanitarian Award.
That's a National Conference of Christians and Jews.
It was, then they changed the name to Community and Justice. So either one, Christian, Jews, Community and Justice. That association started following the 1926 election, where Al Smith was defeated by, was it Herbert Hoover? Al Smith was a Roman Catholic. And they beat on that so much that they even had a joke that that Al Smith sent the Pope a message, a one-word message, unpack, because it said, if you elect Al Smith, that the Pope was going to be running this country. And that was the whole question of human relations and religious relations. Christians and Jews, and the Christians broken down into Catholics and Protestant, and there were the three.
That was the 1928 election, I believe, not 26.
28.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that was, and I feel that that and then where I've been involved, like calling on Jim Lawson, those are the things that to me are important.
And what is your daily activity now in the law practice?
Well, it's a lot less than it used to be.
You still come to the office every day?
Just about, but not as early as I used to.
And what do you do when you get to the office?
Well, I shuffle papers. And yeah, I'm still, well, I've got an estate. A lady died within the past year, and I'm handling an estate. And various other things.
You do charity work?
Oh, yeah.
Right. After 70 years of law practice on September 1, are you going to retire?
I don't think so. But I'll see. I'll probably slow down some more, though.
All right, sir.
Well, one thing, I want an office because it's out of an office. You see, I'm chancellor of the diocese, and I had a phone call this morning just in connection with that, and I need an office.
I agree. Anything else to add, Charles?
Thank you I want to thank Mary. I want to thank the people who decide on interviews, first by being a fellow, and then second to have this, I think it's an honor to be asked to give a sketch like this.
Thank you, Charles. It's our honor.